maybe it's someone that you didn't know, you've looked at their Facebook, you found commonalities, you're talking about kids, whatever. Sometimes I do struggle to wrap it around back to fitness when it's like somebody I don't know and I'm just like shooting the shit with. It's like, okay. And I sometimes let those conversations go because I'm like, I don't know how to wrap this back to fitness without seeming like salesy. Do you have any suggestions for that?
You don't necessarily have to wrap back around. If it's been like, if you feel like you had conversations back and forth several times and, you had a good connection with that person, you feel like you have some trust built there, and maybe it's kind of gone quiet. The conversation has gone quiet for a couple of weeks and you're like, hey, you can revive the conversation, and it can be a direct invite to a challenge group. It can just be, hey, I know we chatted last month and you had this and this and this going on, and it was really nice connecting with you, and I have an upcoming health and fitness accountability group, and I thought of you, and I thought this might be something you want to do. Would you consider, would you like some more information? Would you consider doing it? It doesn't necessarily have to be wrapped back around to fitness in order for you to ask the question. And I have had people join like that.
Okay.
So I would say, don't be scared. A lot of people hesitate, to ask the yes or no question. But if you feel like in your gut or whatever that you developed a conversation with that person, you have a connection, and you develop some trust, then don't be scared to ask them the yes or no question. Because if they say no, what's the big deal? Most of them are going to say no to just getting more information. They'll be like, yeah, I'll have some more information. And then you can, start them on the 5-step process and put them through step 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. And if they say no at 5, then you invite them to a free group, just like you would do with anybody else. But what I find happens too, and that's a good point, is that a lot of people will start conversations and they won't have a good follow-up, like, streak. They won't be using something like that. They're not keeping track of it anywhere. They're just using their Facebook inbox as their way of tracking their conversations, which I did for a very long time. And the only reason I don't anymore is honestly, truly, because I hired an assistant to help me. Otherwise, I would still be doing that. But my assistant took some of my work off my shoulders. I would say that if you let those conversations just kind of piddle out, then you kind of wasted your time having that conversation. And I did it for so long. And I'd go and I look back at my inbox and I'm like, oh my God, I didn't talk to this person for like 6 months. And we had a good conversation going. And then I never let it get to the point of me asking them the yes or no question. So my advice is always to not be scared of getting to the point of asking the yes or no question. Because, I know that you're probably hesitating because you're thinking like, oh, maybe they're just going to think I just wrote them just because I wanted to invite them to my challenge group. And that's what I used to think too. But when I realized that I'm not just using them, I'm giving them an opportunity to say yes to something that can change their life, and I make it about them, then it's not about me anymore. And if it's not about me, then why would I not offer them an opportunity to say yes to something that could change their life? So I get over it, and I get over myself, and I don't worry about looking stupid or feeling dumb or them saying no, and I just invite them, because otherwise they're going to miss out on an opportunity to say yes. That's my best advice. Anybody else have advice for that? Because I'm happy to have other people share. Anything that's worked for you?
Usually I'm the one chipping in and I'm like struggling.
Well, you watch that call. There's a really good call that Amber Snow did. It's like Hitting Success Club at the end of the month. And I think I posted it in Team Aloha for sure. I think last month. I usually post it at the end, towards the end of every month. It's a call by Amber Snow, and it's like how to hit Success Club with a couple days left in the month. I would recommend probably sitting down and listening to that call. And she gives you some good advice about how to post on Facebook, and then following up. Following up is for sure the thing that I would go to first. I would do massive follow-ups.
Okay.
And then I would teach my team to do massive follow-ups. And then what I would do is I would make sure that the following couple of months that I am inviting enough people to conversations with me and seeing those conversations through to the actual invite where they say yes or no, so that I'm never running out of people in my pipeline.
Yeah. I mean, I was honest with my team. I did have the first 3 months of the month, people were just flocking to me, and I screwed myself because I didn't have conversations going. So now I'm at April and I'm like, crap, I have nothing going on. And I have started a lot of conversations this month, but it's like too little, too late. And I have gotten like 15 challengers, but they're just not challenge packs.
And for you, I would definitely say to go to follow-ups, because you've got to have enough people on your list that you could follow up with to earn 4 Success Club points. I guarantee you do. Because it doesn't just mean if you missed 1 or 2 months of starting conversations, like I do that, but I have enough people that I've talked to over the last 4 years that I have enough people that I can follow up with that I will hit it, I will hit Success Club 10. And I've been like a slacker. I haven't had people flocking to me. I've been like at the last couple of days in the month, like, okay, I better start working on my Success Club points. And this month was really easy for me. I was like, dude, I'm so glad I got it done before my mom came, so I didn't have to stress about, not having it and not being there. So yeah, those would be my suggestions.
Yeah, I was at 8 and then I had a return from like a couple months ago and that hurt. Brought me back down to 6. So I'm like, wah, wah.
That happened to me last month too. I was like struggling. Or was it this month? This month or last month, I had somebody return something. But yeah, that's what I would do. And just, this is all preventable, like by making sure that you're having conversations. If you really do sit down and do everything on the business activity tracker that we created, the Power of Threes, if you do everything on that every day, I guarantee you that you're never going to run out of people, because you're always going to have enough conversations going that you're going to always have people. And even though it might seem in the beginning, when you start doing it, it's like, oh my God, I don't want to add another thing to my plate. It's so stressful, like putting it. If you start doing that consistently, you won't ever feel that frustrated, stressed out at the end of the month, feeling, because you're not hitting your personal goal, because you'll know that you did everything you could to reach that goal. And if you didn't hit it, then you can't be, mad at yourself. But right now, what's happening is you're frustrated and upset, or frustrated or whatever, or nervous about not making it, because you know that you haven't done everything this month that you could do in the last few months that you could do to make that happen. And what I feel is, if you're doing everything that you can do, if you're taking all the action steps that you can do to make that happen, and it doesn't happen, then, it's easier to take it. It's easier to be like, okay, I did everything that I could and I still missed that goal, But what I think that when we're really hard on ourselves is like when we set the goal and we know that we didn't do everything that we could to reach it. So then it's like we're beating ourselves up, So I would just say, get back to follow-ups. You could do some posts, some last call posts. You can do a giveaway. Say the next 2 people to enroll to commit to the program and will receive a free gift from me. I do that. I bought several ones of the Compound Effect, and a couple of months this year, I didn't have people, or a couple of months last year, I don't remember when it was, and I just would send them a copy of the Compound Effect. It's a $10 gift, and that would help me hit Success Club 10, and then but they would have to commit to a challenge pack in order to get the gift. And I would tell them that, like, when we get to the point, I'd be like, well, when we get to the point of like the step 4, and we talk about the challenge pack, I'd be like, well, you're the first one to commit. You're the first one to comment. So if you commit and you enroll, once you enroll, you're the one that's going to get the free gift. So I make sure that they know, like, they have to enroll with the challenge pack. I'm not just going to give them a free gift for, doing Beachbody on demand for free. So that's an option. I would get on YouTube and I would look up like hitting Success Club in the last with little time left in the month. I would YouTube and try to find what other successful coaches do, and see, you can always find things from other coaches, that they teach. I think Pat Reelman made a video on that. And and that call from Amber, I think just do a little bit of research and do a little bit of listening to the videos and stuff. But my thing, what I do is definitely, like, I go to my follow-up list for sure. And you could even offer your follow-up list a free gift. Say, I'm offering a free gift for the just this month when somebody enrolls with the challenge pack. I mean, it's worth it to give them a little free gift for you to hit your SC10, and that's always worked for me. And then just from here on out, just what works for me is I always have enough conversations going that I always have people in the pipeline that I never miss it. I don't miss it. I mean, I missed it one 1 month last year I hit SC9, but it was by choice. I had 24 hours and I was like, you know what? I just don't feel like it. I just didn't feel like sending out the messages, and I didn't. And, but I'm sure I could have, if I would have tried. I'm sure I could have called in a favor or gotten, somebody. So that being said, does that help? All right, let's talk about, and I know that's probably not going to be the best topic for someone that's struggling to hit Success Club, goal setting and vision, but I'll do some reverse engineering of goals, and that might help you a little bit, because I know you have a goal of hitting, your goal is like 300 a week in cycle bonuses?
Fine.
Yeah.
No, I don't really have, well, my goal was 2,000 a month, which this will be the first month that I don't hit that this year. But I mean, honestly, my main goal is SC10, and I'm struggling with the fact, because I'm doing Jesse's training this month. So it's like, I'm not posting like I usually do. I'm trying to get more followers. So I struggle with, I hit SC6, I'd just be happy with that. But my real goal is SC10.
Well, you still have, the month is not over. You still have time.
Yeah, I'll do some follow-ups and stuff. And it is my birthday tomorrow, so maybe I'll like do a post about giving people a gift on my birthday and sharing the joy.
Another thing is ask for referrals. Ask for people to do posts for you on their Facebook walls, like your current customers. Referrals have been helping me a lot in the last couple of months. Those are good, easy, quick, usually quick points. But all right, so let's do a little bit about goal setting. Just because it's the end of the first quarter, and who wants to be like the guinea pig and talk about their goals, and I can show you how to break them down. Anybody want to be a guinea pig?
Come on, Celia, be a guinea pig.
Come on, guys.
Do it, Celia. Unmute yourself.
Gotta be a team effort here.
All right, can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right. What are we doing? Goal settings?
Yeah.
All right. I have a lot of goals. Okay, so after we talked about the vision board on one of our calls one night, I made a huge vision board, and every time I think of something, I write it down. I try to come up with different ways to accomplish each one of my goals, because I'm a visual person. So if I write it down, I usually can accomplish it. This month has been a struggle for me, but I'm trying to be super creative with things and how to fix it and figure it out.
All right, so let's talk about short-term goals. In the next 3 months, financial, rank, what is it that you want to accomplish?
Well, I would like to at least get 2 more coaches under me. Right now I have 2 that one of them is my husband, so that doesn't really count. But I would like to get at least 2 more coaches under me, and then I would like to hit Success Club 10 every month after. So, but I was going back to what Steph said about not reaching out to people. This is only my 3rd month being a coach. So my first 2 months, it was super easy for me. Not super easy. Last month it was kind of hard, but my first month I got Success Club 14. And that was because when I was doing the 7-day training, it was easy. It was telling me things to post, and people were reaching out to me like crazy. So the second month it was kind of the same thing, and then this month it's not really that, and I'm having to reach out to people.
Okay, how many new friends are you adding?
I add 5 people a day, and I send them a "Hey, how are you?" message when they add me or when they accept my request.
Okay, and then how long are you cultivating that relationship before you sending them an invite to a challenge group?
Well, it depends on how the conversation goes. Some of them, I'll invite them the same day, and the other ones I still haven't invited yet because I just don't think that we're there yet. So, and that's been a week or 2 weeks on some of them. So,
okay, what makes you think you're not there yet?
Because we're not talking about anything like health and fitness. So I don't want to just be oh, by the way. I don't know what to say to them, I guess, is what I'm saying. Because right now we're just like talking about like our kids go to dance together or our daughters cheer together.
Okay, what
different
about
things
the
like that.
conversations that you started like your first month as a coach? Because that was like 60 days ago. Have you invited those people?
Well, the thing was like they would reach out to me and I would tell them like, oh, I'm doing this and it's so awesome. And then like most of them signed up because it wasn't like a whole lot of them in my first month.
I'm saying if you've been adding, for how long have you been adding 5 new friends every day?
Just like the end of last month, like the last 3 days of last month, and then this whole month.
Okay. So of all the people that you've talked to at the beginning of this month, have you at least invited those people to your challenge group?
I have, yeah. And most of them have been no's, and I was okay with that because I'm like, I'll just keep trucking along and, hopefully soon there'll be yeses, but they haven't been a yes yet. So.
All right. So this sounds like honestly a hole in our system stuff. It sounds like, we need to start teaching earlier people to start inviting new friends to their friends on Facebook, because what's happening is you waited until you were already, 2 months into the business to start, adding new friends on Facebook. So you didn't have any conversations going and you were easily enrolling people, which this happens to a lot of people in the beginning. Because, you have all your friends on Facebook that are following you, and you start doing their posts, and then they start reaching out, and then you hit Success Club 5 or 10, and then you do that for 2 or 3 months, and then by the 4th month, you're like, shoot, nobody's responding, because you're still posting to the same 300 friends that you started with, because you haven't added a single new friend, and you're still having conversations with the same 14 people that responded to your first post. And what happens with that is you run out of people, and then it comes to a point where it's desperation. So that's why we teach in the beginning to constantly be adding new friends and to be constantly starting new conversations. Now, Stephanie and I, she worked on a Beyond 7-day, which was awesome, I thought, which I think Kristen has been posting in Malibu. So you guys have been getting it. And I took Stephanie's stuff and I made it into a 14-day. And I just made it into accountability where you add 3 to 5 new friends. So my next step with my coaches now, my goal is I'm going to run that every 2 weeks. So if you go through the 7-day, you might have 7 days of, no training, and then you'll start. So every 2, I'm going to run it twice a month, bi-weekly. I'm going to do a 14-day, and I'm going to help people stay on track with their posting, adding new friends, starting new conversations, and inviting people to challenge groups. So hopefully in the future, this will be something that we can avoid, because we'll have preemptively taught people, what to do. But that just goes to show you my point right there, is that so now you're kind of trying to play catch up, because in the first couple of months it was coming real easy, and that's totally normal. Don't feel bad about it. Don't beat yourself up over it. Just know that God forbid you miss Success Club 1 month. It's not the end of the freaking world. I mean, you're still going to be a good coach if you don't hit success. It's a benchmark, okay? Now, do I say that you say it's 5 days left in the month and I'm not going to make it, so I'm just going to give up? No, I would bust my butt for the next 5 days, and I would send out invites. I would send out, follow-ups. I would do whatever I could, and I would have it in my mind that I'm going to make it. I am going to make SC, at least SC5, and I would have that in my mind. Now, if I did everything that I could and everything in my power, and I did invites and I did follow-ups, and I still didn't hit it, then it's not the end of the world. I mean, Beachbody puts these benchmarks out to have something that's measurable. So you can know if I hit the 5 Lives Club every month and I hit Success Club 10, I can win my free trip. I can win, the max amount of everything I can earn, Success Club 10. So that's my goal that I set for myself, right? But at the end of the day, I missed it one month last year. Am I going to kill? Does that mean I'm not a good enough coach because I missed Success Club 10? No. It's just don't be so, do whatever you can and put it in your mind that you're going to make it. But if you don't make it, oh well, you've got years ahead of you to be a coach to make Success Club. And if you look at what that you did not wrong, but you could have done better in order to make that happen, then you can make it happen for the next month and the next month and the next month, and you'll never miss it again. Okay? So, just, I don't know if that helps, if that's good, just relieve some of the stress. First of all, put it in your mind that you still have 5 days. You totally can make it. But, if you don't make it, then I know you're up for Success Starter, but you know what?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, like, is your life going to be over because you didn't become a fucking Beachbody, excuse my language, Success Starter? No, it's not. Okay. It's great. And and does that mean that you won't be able to go to Summit? No, you still go to Summit, you spend the $200 because it's worth it. Trust me, but now if that were me and I were you, I would go to every single family member that I was close to, and I would be like, listen, I have this goal and I really need to hit it. I would love it. Could you do me a favor? Could you just, sign up, enroll for a challenge pack, do whatever the sale is this month, do the Beachbody on demand. It's $140 probably if you do the Beachbody on demand. I don't know. I think it's probably on sale. Whatever the 140 challenge pack is, do that, ask them if they'll do you a favor, and they'll enroll as a customer and they'll try it for 30 days. Use the hot market scripts. I would go to every single, I would probably go to my mother and I would say, Mom, will you enroll with the challenge pack? Or one month I did it with my sister-in-law because I needed to hit it. I needed to have another, one more customer to hit some. It was actually to hit a really big goal. And it was going to be a matter of thousands of dollars, not just Success Club points. And I asked my sister-in-law, would you buy Shakeology for a month? And she was like, sure. You go and you ask people and you make it. You make it happen. You can make it happen. You really can. You just have to you're only limited by your own creativity. Yep. So grandma, grandpa, aunt, uncle, sister, brother, cousin, partner, kids, anybody that you can think of, best friends. And, and then the offering an incentive has worked for me a lot when I offer an incentive because people want to get that thing, whatever it is, for me, it's the compound effect. That's the incentive that I give them because I'm helping them with their personal development and their mindset shift, so it's also helping them through the challenge group process. If I give them, Pat Reelman sends the compound effect to every single one of his customers or coaches that enrolls with the challenge pack, regardless of whether it's for, he does that because he feels that it, helps to nurture that relationship with them. I know Cassie Bronke started doing that. She started sending it out, and she really liked the way that it made her feel. Am I saying that that's for everyone? No. Pat Reelman makes like $10,000 a week. He can afford to send every one of his new customers a compound effect for $10. But, maybe you're not at that level. Maybe you send them a handwritten thank you note. And that's, the thing that you send them. All right, so let's go back and let's start breaking these goals down. Now you want to have 2 new coaches in 3 months. You want to sponsor 2 coaches only. That's it.
I'm starting small.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I have one that's getting ready to sign up as a coach, like from the beginning, and then 2 more after her. So
no, but it's not about who you have ready. It's about what's your goal. So do you want to enroll in 1 new coach every month? Do you want to enroll 2? You're saying 2 coaches in 3 months is what you're saying. So less than 1 coach per month.
Okay. So like 1 coach per month.
Okay. I think that's
at least, but.
All right. And then Success Club 10 for the next 3 months. What are your 6 month goals?
6 months. See.
Do you have an income goal you want to reach, like a weekly or a monthly?
I do. I would like to not be able to have to be able to stay home, but in order to do that, I would have to make like $1,500 every week, and that's a lot of money. So when do you think that goal? That was my really long-term goal. Like that was like my down the line. I was thinking like within a year, be at the $1,500 a week.
Okay. All right, so 1 year from now. So I have 3 months. I don't have anything for 6 months. Where would you like to be in 6 months?
I would like to be diamond. So that means I would have 4 coaches that are, I can't even think right now.
Well, how many coaches do you have right now?
Right now I have 2.
All right, and you want to be diamond 6 months from now, which you don't have to, it doesn't have to take you that long, but if that's what you want to do, that's fine. But that you're saying you're doing 3 coaches a month. So in the next 6 months, that would mean that if you're doing 1 coach a month, that would mean that you're adding 6 new coaches to your team in the next 6 months if you're doing 1 only. I'm just trying to help you see it
Right.
more clearly. I'm not judging any of your goals.
No, that's fine.
But just think about this for a second, that if you want to be diamond 6 months from now, and you're saying you're going to enroll 1 new PS coach every month, that means you're going to enroll 6 new coaches between now and then. That means
Right.
you have exactly 8. I'm just going to tell you from experience that in general, you're going to need more than 8 coaches to be a diamond, because some of them are not going to reach if you just
they're not going to be emerald.
Right. You're going to need to do more than that. So it's okay if that's then you'd have to change your diamond date, or you'd have to up the number of coach enrollments you want to do every month. I'm trying to help you guys see that these arbitrary goals that you set, what you'll need to do to make them happen. So what would you like to make that? Would you like to stick with the diamond goal for 6 months and maybe up your enrollment of coaches, or do you want to move your diamond goal date back?
Well, if I moved my diamond gold date back, I would have to up my coaches anyways. So
not really, because if you move it to 9 months from now, then you'd be doing 1 coach per month. That would be 9 coaches, PS coaches.
Right. Well, I'm going to say I'm going to up my coach, how many coaches I get every month.
Okay. So how many
if I shoot for like enrolling 3 a month, that would give me 18 coaches, right, in 6 months.
Yeah, so that would be 18. Exactly. So that would be, most likely you to be hitting diamond for that.
Okay.
So 3 a month for the next. All right. Now in 9 months, where do you want to be? Do you have so your $1,500 a week is your 1 year goal for your income. Do you have any smaller, shorter term goals for income?
Not really. I have have my free time, basically, not have to worry about my work schedule. My husband's work schedule is pretty flexible, so that kind of stuff, that's not really monetary, but it is. And all
right. Tell me something on your vision board that is it's something that would be the first thing that you would buy if you had some, disposable income.
A boat.
Okay. I feel like that's more of a longer term goal.
Yeah.
Something short term. Okay. Something shorter term that you would be like, I would go do that. I can't do it now, but I would go do that. Something short term that you could potentially see yourself doing in the next 3 months.
Taking like a week vacation with my kids.
All right. How much would that cost you? Just let's say in general.
For a whole week? Probably around $1,200.
Okay. That's going to be your 3 month goal.
Okay.
That sound like a plan?
Yep.
That breaks down to $400 a month. Okay?
Yep.
Because that's in 3 months, that would be $1,200 that you'd have for your vacation. Now, what do you see being a 6 month goal? Beyond that? Do you have something else besides the vacation that you'd want to do? Because now you've already hit 3 months, you've already hit $400 a week.
I'm not really sure right now.
All right, so let's just do a 3 month thing here, and then we'll continue, and maybe somebody else will want to jump in and be the person. All right?
Okay.
All right. So were you guys on the team call when I did this the other day, when I did, or the other week when I did, when I broke down how to get to Summit?
Yes.
All right. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to take first of all, this is a tracker sheet that I used like a couple years ago. And these are some things that you can track. And I'm happy to share this with you guys. Rank, income, your ATV, Success Club points, challenge group invites. So here's things that you can control, right? Challenge group invites. Challenge pack sold, you can't always control that. Business presentations, you can control that. Coaches enrolled, you can't always control that. PD books read, you can control that. PS coaches at events, Super Saturday, Summit, Success Club, PS Emerald rank advancements, PS Diamond rank advancements, PS Star Diamonds, PS 2-star diamonds, PS 5-star diamonds, elite points, PS coaches earning Success Club. And I was kind of trying to track my elite points for 2015. So your elite points for that year that you're in, that's way beyond anything, but basically, it only goes by your PS coaches from the previous year and the current year, hitting Success Club. And then for ATV, it only counts the coaches that are in the current year. So those were my goals, and then here was actual. As you can see, I didn't really follow through on writing them down. Not the biggest goal-setting champion here. But let's talk getting to Coach Summit, right? Did I do that? Team Aloha, team calls. Now let's take, you're breaking down your goal of $400 a month, right? That's what you want to earn to be able to pay for that trip, that vacation, right, Celia?
Yep. Yeah.
Okay. So if you hit, your goal is to hit Success Club 10. So we're just going to skip over Success Club 5 and we're going to go straight to 10. That means if you hit Success Club 10 for the next 1, 2, 3 months, that's not going to be $1,000, but it's going to be $800, right? So you already hit 800 out of your 1,200. But that means that you have to hit SE10. Now, what you can do to figure out how to hit, if you're going to hit SE10, is if you're tracking how many people you're inviting to challenge groups, which I hope that you are, using the business activity tracker, or maybe you're just writing it down on a piece of paper. You invited 4 people today, you invited 2 people today. Then at the end of the month, if you track it for a month, at the end of the month, you'll be able to see how many people did you invite and how many people actually enrolled with the challenge pack. Then you know what your closing ratio is. So maybe you invited 10 people and you closed 2. So out of every 10 people that you invite, you're going to close 2 because it's going to be an in general, right? It's going to be an average. So you know that in order to hit SC10, if you talk to 10 people and 2 enroll, you need to talk to 50 people, right? Because that means you'll have your, wait, no, that would be 2, 4, 6. Is that right? Am I doing the math right? If you talk to 10 people and you enroll 2 and you want to enroll 5, so you actually need to talk to, if you talk to 20, then you'll have 4. So you need to talk to 25. You need to invite 25 people in order to get your 5. So start tracking how many people you're inviting to challenge groups and how many people are actually enrolling, and then you'll know what your closing ratios are, and you'll know if you invite 25 people and you get 5, then that means you need to invite 25 people to your challenge groups every single month and you'll hit Success Club 10. If you hit Success Club 10 for the next 3 months, that's going to be 2, 4, 6, that is 3 months, right? So it's going to be 2, 4, 600, not 1,000.
Right.
So you're going to have $600. I actually have this wrong on here. It should be 800, right?
Yes.
All right, so you're going to hit your 600 mark. So you've hit 1,400 minus 600 is what? 800, right?
Yeah.
So you need 800 more. Now you go to the calculator, which I love this little thing, if I can find it. Teen Cycle Estimator. You want to earn, if you need to earn $800 and you have 12 weeks, right?
Yeah.
You have 12 weeks to do so. You can do some math here. That's $66 a week. Does that sound right? It doesn't seem right to me, but $66 per week. So if you earn $66 a week times 12 weeks, you'll have, no, that's not right. 100 divided by 12. Why is it coming out to? Yeah, it's $800. All right, let's just round up to 67. So you need to earn $67 a week in cycle bonuses in addition to hitting Success Club 10 in order to be able to hit your goal of taking them on that trip. So how many cycles you'll need to have, you'll basically need to have in your week leg per week. You need to have 6 coaches in your week leg every week that are getting Shakeology Home Direct. How many coaches do you have in your downline right now?
My downline?
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Go to your coach online office and log in and look at the total number of coaches that you have in your downline.
Okay.
Because you probably have some that are in your downline that are not from you.
Yeah.
Because what you essentially need is 6 coaches in your week leg that get Shakeology every week. Not every month, but every week. Or you can do it monthly. You need to have 23 coaches on your week leg every month. So essentially you'll need, if you add these two numbers together, 47 and 23. You need 70 coaches in your downline to hit that goal. Is everybody tracking what I'm doing or no? Are you completely lost? Yeah? You understand what I'm doing? Emily,
I understand it.
You do?
Well, no, like I've heard it kind of here and there, but I'm still learning it, right? So.
Okay. Because this is like more advanced. I'm brand new. She hasn't even done the 7 days or anything.
I'm making notes.
What did I get? Well, there is some good information that I gave you as far as like the referrals and hitting Success Club. Those are things that,
Well, and like invites and like.
Yeah.
It gives me time to get creative with trying to figure out kinds of invites and.
Yeah.
Oh, I do have short-term goals of like not really short-term goals, but to get off on the right foot. And I think all the information I can get is going to be helpful and it's not going to hurt anything at all. So.
Well, this is more advanced, but you guys can break this down for any goal. If you have a specific financial goal that you want to hit or specific rank goal, for example, you're like, I want to be this. And I'm saying this because I'm speaking from experience. For all these years, I was like, okay, I want to do this, 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 and this, and this by this date, but I don't know what's possible. And I honestly still don't know what's possible, but I have set some really big goals. And I'm just plowing through until I get there, I'm just like, I keep going. My goal is to enroll at least 5 new coaches every month. That's my goal. I want to enroll at least 5 new business building coaches every month because I know that out of those 5, there's probably going to be 1 that's going to actually really build because it's not everyone is going to go on to want to do this. Once they see the work that they have to put in to make it happen, a lot of people are going to say, oh, no, I don't want to do this, and then they're going to go out and they're going to invite 10 people and they're going to get 10 no's. And then they're going to be like, this doesn't work for me. And they're going to quit. So for me, and that's not on me. Like they're responsible for their business. I give everybody the same, amount of tools and I give them the same value and I teach them the same things as everybody else and they have the same opportunity for success, but it's up to them whether they decide that they want to take that information and run with it. They're the ones that are in control of their business, not me. So, you can't control whether people say they want to build a business and they say they have all these big goals and then a month later they're gone. It's nothing that you did. I mean, they were going to be gone anyway. So Celia, did you find how many coaches you have?
Yeah, there's 17 in the downline.
Okay, there you go. You have 17 coaches in your downline. Boom, but you only have 2 coaches, right? That you sponsored.
Right.
Okay, so this is my point, you guys. That's why it's called Team Beachbody. Now, you might look at that number and you're like, oh my God, I need to have 70 coaches in my downline in order to make $66 a week. That's crazy. And I only have 2. How am I ever going to get to 70? But you already have 17. So now it doesn't just count the number of coaches. That 70 can be anybody that's on Home Direct. So let's just say, hypothetically, all of those 17 coaches have their own Home Direct order and they have 1 customer on Shakeology Home Direct. You just doubled the number. You just made 34. Okay? Now, maybe you can start a little pod of people that are in your downline, separate from Team Malibu, and you guys can start your own little group chat and you can be like, you know what? you can take the lead with those people and you can say, you know what? I know that I'm not your coach and I'm not here to teach you, but you are in my downline. And so, I don't know how you would say it, but you can say something along the lines of, you do contribute to my volume. And so if I help you, it helps me. Now let's all chat about how can we help each other? You can start a little group thread and you can say, okay, what did you do to hit Success Club this month? How are you meeting new people? How are you inviting new people? Where are you finding your people? So you go to Instagram, you go to Facebook, and you can start a little group thread and you guys can be having a conversation with each other, and you can be helping people that are in your downline that you didn't sponsor that are going to contribute to your volume. Do you see what I'm saying?
Okay.
So now say you guys have this little group thread going, and all of a sudden those 17 coaches now each are hitting Success Club 5. If they're all hitting Success Club 5 consistently, that's what? They have 3 new customers, right? Every month.
Yeah.
So you take 17, multiply it by 3, that's 54. You're getting closer to that number of 70.
Yeah.
Now, so let's just say that they each have a goal of hitting, they all want to enroll 1 new coach every month. So in the next 3 months, they're each going to enroll 9, if they have 1 coach, right? 3. It's 3 coaches. 17 times 3. Did I just do that?
Yeah.
It's 51. So if they all say, if you get them all on board with, let's figure out a way that we can all work together and help each other enroll 1 new coach every month. Because you have a goal of doing 3, and you're going to help them enroll 1. Then you've just gone from 17 in your downline. If they all enroll just 1 every month for the next 3 months, you've gone from 17 to 51. So you're getting really close to that goal of 70. Okay, so my point is that when we see those numbers on that, on this estimator, it's like, whoa, that's a lot. You need to have 70 coaches. It's not that you need to have 70 coaches per month. You just need to have 70 home direct orders going out every month in order to hit your $67 a week in cycle bonuses. We think like, whoa, that's so many people. But when you think about all the people that are in your downline already that weren't placed there by you that contribute to your volume, then the numbers start to add up really fast. So that kind of what can help you do is it can help you to break down that. You can reverse engineer those goals. So say now we want to go to your big Mac Daddy goal, which is $1,500 a week. And we're just talking cycle bonuses here. We're not talking about any of the home direct orders or anything you have contributing to it. You're going to need to have roughly 1,500 home direct orders going out every month. Now, does that mean you have to have 1,500 coaches in your downline? No. You could have 500 coaches in your downline that have 3 home direct orders going out every month, and you'll be at your 1,500.
Okay.
So does that help a little bit? Are you guys tracking with me here?
I understand that. I did have a question though about the home direct. It has to be like the Shakeology, or does it just could it be like the performance packs or anything?
It doesn't have to be. I'm just breaking it down into home direct orders, but all it really needs to be is, a cycle is, when you have 100 ATV on your here. All right. This is you right here. And every time, in order to get us, can you guys even see that? No, not really, huh? It's too small, right? Let's see if I have a better, bigger pen. Can you see that?
Yeah.
It's small, right? All right, so this is the top person. This is Celia. And this is your weak leg. You only have 1 coach on your weak leg because you only have 2 right now. You probably have 1 on your strong. The other ones are on your strong over here because Stephanie is building a team. So all that is, this is your strong leg. And I don't know if that's really your strong leg, so left or right. This is your weak. You're going to be responsible for building. Okay. Nobody's going to build this for you. So in order to do, what was that, $67 a week?
Yeah.
You're going to need to have on your week leg 23. So you need to have 23. So you will need to be sponsoring coaches in there. But that doesn't necessarily mean that you need to have 23 coaches. It means you have to have 23. That number actually means cycles. Now, does anybody remember how you get a cycle? Steph.
Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Yay, I restarted it. Yeah, you have to, on one side, you have to have 100 volume points, and on the other side, is it 200 or 3? I think it's 200.
So you need 23 cycles in your week leg in order to hit that $67 a week is what you want to make. And you need to have, what was the one? Okay. And we're talking monthly here. And you need to have 47 cycles over here, right? Yes. So basically, you need to have 100 ATV over here. You need to have 200 ATV over here in order for you to get a cycle. So you have to have a total of 300 ATV, 100 in your week and 200 from your strong. So in order to get that 100, right, you need to have 23 cycles. So you need to have 2,300 ATV in your week in order to hit 23 cycles.
Okay.
You have 23, so start with 2,300. And actually, it's probably going to be a little bit more in your strong. 200 times 23, 4,600. So actually 4,700. So let's do 46 for here. So 200. It's going to be double that number. It's going to be 4,600. So you'll need to have 4,600 ATV in your strong and 2,300 in your weak. And what will happen when you hit that is basically for every cycle, they're going to take away 200 from your strong and 100 from your weak. And that's going to equal one cycle. So when you take 200 from your strong, you're going to have 4,400. When you take 100 from your weak, you're going to have 2,200 left, right? They're going to keep subtracting 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, and 200 from here until one of them goes down to the point where it's not enough to have another cycle. Okay, so you might have some carryover volume in your strong leg because you don't have enough in your weak leg to keep going, which is what I have like in my second business center. But say you do, 46 more cycles, so that's, all the way down 46, you multiply that number by your team cycle bonus. For an emerald, it's 14. For a ruby, it's 16. For a diamond, it's 18. So if you take 46 cycles times 18, that's $828. Right? Is that right? I figured that out right or no? Anyway. Does that all make sense, you guys? Does that make it clear?
Yeah.
So they're always going to keep taking everything. Everything is going to be based on your weak leg because your strong is going to grow faster than you're ever going to be able to grow your weak.
Right.
So people are always like, when people ask me, how do you tap into that carryover volume? You need to build your weak leg. That's how you tap into your carryover volume. I can literally show you on my, my Coach Online office too, really quick. Does that all make sense, or is that really confusing? Did I confuse you guys more? You can tell me. If it's confusing, that's fine.
I think I understand it. It's just basically you need to grow your weak leg, right?
You need to grow both, but your strong leg is kind of like, it's already growing, as soon as you enroll as a coach, your strong leg is growing, and your weak leg is dependent on you. And the weak leg is usually the factor that you need. It's usually the limiting factor for you to reach your goal. So if I go to my
But as far as like her getting to diamond though, she needs to maintain evening out her legs. Like those are two different goals, I feel like. Like she's got a goal of diamond, so she needs to have 4 coaches on each side and balanced. But then for her money goal, after she maybe reaches diamond, then you need to focus on your weak leg. Is that correct?
The only thing that I'm going to say to that is you can max out at 250 ATV. Sorry, as an Emerald coach, you can earn up to $250 in team cycle bonuses a week.
Okay.
So if you were like, you know what, I'm not the greatest of, well, you'd still have to recruit people to go on your weak leg in order to hit that. So you might as well. Yeah. I mean, unless you're an Emerald coach with one of your coaches that's on your weak leg is like a rock star like Stephanie, and they, where like team is growing like massively, then yes, you're going to need to build your weak leg with people.
Okay.
So for a diamond coach, you all have to have, for a diamond, you have to have 8 coaches, but 4 on each leg. They can't be all on one leg. So yes, you have to balance them out. Then once you hit diamond, you can start stacking your week in order to start maximizing your earning potential. So you're right about that. But if you, for some reason, did sponsor a rock star in your weak leg and they were like massively growing their, organization and they caught up to your strong somehow, then, you could start building. Yeah. So just don't even regard that. Basically, yes, you need to have balanced legs. You need to have 4 on each leg in order to be able to maximize your earning potential. I'm going to sign in and I'm going to show you what it looks like in the Coach Online office because I don't care about showing you guys in my second business center because my second business center is not equal because I'm building it. I'm building both legs myself. I'm building all of my legs myself because I don't have a coach building for me above me. All right, so let me share my screen real quick. Here's what I'm just going to stop recording this really quick because I don't